Welcome to Indiana Beach! Today, the plan is to ride every roller coaster and hopefully a little bit more. We're going to also try to see some shows. I know there's like a rock concert tonight. I saw that a couple days ago when I was here, but we're also going to have an adult day here at Indiana Beach. So let's get ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go. All right, I'm here at Indiana Beach today. There are quite a few people already in the park. It is almost 1 o'clock. I got a late start today. Went out with a buddy last night and kind of stayed out late. So, but that is okay. It is worth it. And we have until 11 o'clock tonight. So that's 10 hours. I think we can do it. First on our list today is lunch. It is late, but all I've had today at about 11 o'clock in Fort Wayne, because I slept in, I have only had a breakfast item right now. So I'm pretty hungry, and I had a discussion with someone in the comments that I would be going to a certain restaurant where they happen to work until 4 o'clock today. All right, this is actually looking like one of the better deals here at Indiana Beach to eat at. Definitely good for this area with lots of kids. Hot dogs. I got pulled pork fries. You can also get like a pork sandwich. There's a couple different items. It's pretty simple, but definitely you're not paying an arm and a leg for this meal, and I think that's really good. I like the area too because I remember eating in this space. There is also a bar right next door, so I'm interested in going and checking that out and seeing what that's all about. Maybe we'll get a drink before we go ride Superstition Mountain because that is going to be a long ride. So here's my food. Let's go. All right, the guy at the cash register there, the blonde guy, he is the one that asked me to come here. I wanted to come say hi, and it was fun just to be able to meet him. I don't know what anybody looks like. Now, these pulled pork fries cost me $7. It's not cheap, but it is relatively more economical than a lot of places here at the park are. The water is $2.50. You know that's my biggest point of contention with Indiana Beach is the paying for waters, but it is still cheaper here for water than it is at most places. And then it's also a refillable bottle, so I will just take that around with me for the rest of the day and continue to refill it as I continue to walk around the park. I gotta say, the fries are 1,000 times better than the majority of what Cedar Point has to offer as far as fries go. They have good flavor, they're crispy. I really like that. Now, I haven't tried the pulled pork though yet, so that's what's coming up next. It is also fun that you can sit here and watch the train come by, especially if you have a young family. That's probably really going to be something that they're going to enjoy. And you could sit here and eat and wait in the air conditioning for the train to come so that you can ride it then. Oh, that is really good pulled pork. Good job, Yacht Club. I like this. The pulled pork has a wonderful smoky, sweet, salty flavor. It's really, really good. It's probably just made in the, like in a crock pot, but it's very delicious. It tastes like something you would make at home. I like that a lot. About the only problem with it is a little bit chewy. Not bad enough to make it unenjoyable. It's very good. Just maybe a bit more chewy than I would normally prefer to have on my pulled pork. Something to be aware of at almost any park is that families a lot of times come to theme parks and then they try to ride as many rides as they possibly can, as fast as they possibly can. They lose track of the time, and pretty soon the family is screaming and crying because they are so hungry. A lot of times that causes problems
among not just families with kids, but even among families with adults. Hangry people is a thing. So a lot of times people will not eat until 2 o'clock when they are absolutely starving, and there is a lot of frustration, anger that comes along with that. So don't let your family get to that point. Eat early and avoid the crowds and avoid the hangry people in your family. You will thank me for it later.
Well, that was a very delicious meal in the Yacht Club. Now I'm on my way into the bar, and actually it's kind of fun back here. There are like little games that you can play. There's also a motorboat that you can look at while you are back here, and bathrooms too.
I've actually never been back here before. This is really cool.
This would be a great cool place to eat, or of course to get a drink, which is what I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to take it with me. Alright, so this drink is $6. With tip it was $7 for me. Not bad at all, especially in comparison to the other parks that I've gone to. So for bar stuff, Indiana Beach is definitely good, especially right here. I really like that location a lot. It's very quiet, out of the way, and then you can take your drink with you all around the park whenever you want to and wherever you want to. So now it is time for me to go find a decently long line and wait in it while I drink my drink. You know, I think we're just gonna go over to Superstition Mountain. So let's go.
All right, it is time to get in line for the Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain. This is looking like a decently long line. Of course, nothing quite like Cedar Point, but still.
I got in line for this ride at 2:25. Let's see how long it takes. I got out of line for Superstition Mountain because one train went and it took like 10 minutes. It never came back. They did, like right after I jumped out of line. A handyman came and fixed it, and they came swooping right by. But I am baking. It's so hot, so I'm not gonna stand in line for another thing until I've gone into some sort of water feature. So maybe we'll go to the lazy river. Maybe we'll just hang out for a minute in the splash pad. That might be likely what we're gonna do. And then we'll go hit other coasters. And we gotta hit all of the coasters that are here today. So that might be a, we'll see how well I'm able to do that today. I wasn't expecting the first one to go down right away, but either way, it is very hot today. So let's see what happens.
I am in here looking for a hat, but I don't see any hats that I want. I mean, this one, but that's okay.
Well, I think all of the different stores are owned by different people, but at least in that store, I was not able to find an Indiana Beach piece of merchandise that was a cap, which is what I'd like to have because I'm definitely going to get my head sunburnt today. But for right now, we'll just continue into the water. We'll see if we find anything later, or maybe I'll just put my shirt on my head in lines. It is a very popular place today. We will see what we can do. I'm definitely going to get a little bit wet right now. There are no seats, so I'm just leaving it over here on the side. But that should do. So let's go. All right, that's a little bit better. But with my phone, I was a little bit ginger. So now I'm gonna go through and really get myself wet. Ah, that's much better. All right, it is time to leave now. we are headed to our first roller coaster, even though we tried to get in line for a roller coaster earlier today. So, wish me luck. Let's try it one more time, see if we can't get ourselves on a roll at this point. I am going to go back to Superstition Mountain on the belief that there is no way that lightning will strike twice in the same place. So let's see if that works for me. Let's go. Because lines are generally very low, you usually don't have to spend a ton of time planning your day for Indiana Beach. You usually can just kind of ride one thing at a time. As long as you give yourself about 8 hours for the day, you'll probably be able to ride everything here, which is always very nice.
Okay, let's try this again. One more time today.
I got in line for this at 3:05, so we'll see if it does happen to take longer. I'm hoping it'll be like a 30-minute wait, but let's see how long it takes. All right, yeah, so that should only be about like a 2, maybe 2.5 minute ride. It's not very long at all, but they only have one train that comes by at a time. So you do have to wait for each train to come in to get loaded, but it shouldn't take a particularly long amount of time because it is such a short ride. It has all of a sudden gotten kind of overcast and cloudy, which has made it feel a lot better. The air is definitely cool today, which is nice, but it also looks like there might be a thunderstorm north of us. I can't get my weather app to really work very well, but I saw just a little bit to the north, so I don't know how much is actually coming at us from the west either. So we'll see. Hopefully today will hold out just a little bit. I finally got my weather app to work, and it looks like there is just enough rain to cool things down. There's rain to the north of us, there's a decent amount to the south of us, and then there's just a tiny block, just like really nothing to the west of us. So hopefully that should just cool this down today, and we can keep on going with our day without any rain, I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. It's looking like this is going to take 25 minutes to get onto Superstition Mountain. I am right here, right now, on the loading bay or the landing, whatever you want to call it. And we are ready to get on. I'll be the first one on this very next train. So that size line gets you about 20 to 25 minutes of waiting here for Superstition Mountain, for Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain, if you want to say it the right way. For real. Wow.
Are you really gonna trust that elevator? I'm dead and I wouldn't ride it.
That thing gives new meaning to the phrase, beat the hell out of you. It is quite a bit of beating you up, jostling you back and forth, and especially going backwards like that. Like, I had to turn off my phone and just hold it for a little bit because it was way too much, way too intense for me to keep holding my phone. It is a great ride. It's very fun. It's very thematic. You go through a railroad, and basically inside of a big mountain where there's some explosions, looks like some mining going on, some things like that. It is very fun. There is one point when you stop, and then you stop right in front of the next big hill that you're gonna go down. You go down that hill real fast. But like I said, it is very intense. It jostles you around a lot. Probably it's easier for the younger among us than it is for the older, but it is definitely still fun. For Tig'rr, you have a 54-inch height limit, but it is a great ride. It's very fast. It's somewhat similar to like a bobsled ride or Space Mountain, a ride somewhat similar to that. Very fast, very quick moving, and it is a great ride to go though. Just be careful to make sure that you really hold on, and be careful of those side rails because you'll really hit into them hard when you go around the corners if you're not careful. Also, last time I came, I didn't record this, but I had some kids with me, some of my daughter's good friends, and one of them rode this with me who was tall enough to ride, and she buckled her seatbelt, but either it didn't get buckled enough or somehow the latch was hit or it didn't buckle at all. I'm not sure what happened, and the buckle came undone, and that scared her very, very bad. Now the G-forces will still keep you in this seat, which is why there is not a lap bar, but if that kind of thing were to happen, make sure you stay seated and you are ready to go. But definitely that is something to watch out for. Make sure your buckle is very well buckled. So let's go. Let's keep on moving. Got in line for Tig'rr at 3:43. And it is now 3:53. It's been 10 minutes so far. I'm about halfway through the line, but let's see how long the rest of this line actually takes. I've never timed the rides here at Indiana Beach, so it'll be interesting to see how long all of them are. My hope is to get on all of them before a half hour, so let's see what happens.
I love how condensed Indiana Beach is. You can see Rocky's Toy Box right down there, which is the kids area for Indiana Beach. And all of the rides are down below the roller coasters up above. You can just see how tightly packed this entire peninsula is here at Indiana Beach. This is such a fast and intense ride. It's so much fun.
Now there are 2 trains always running on this ride. So far it's looking like this is going to be about a 20-minute wait. Those 2 trains really do cut down on the amount of wait time that you're going to have to wait for this ride. So even if it does have a long line, you're still not going to have a massive wait. But it's definitely fun. Now you can ride more than one person in a car. It is 4:04 and we got in line at 3:43, which means it has been 20 minutes since we got in line for this ride. I'm super excited. It'll be just another, like one more train before I get on. So maybe it'll be 25 minutes by the end, but not terrible at all. That is a great ride. It's so much fun. In my opinion, that's one of the best here at Indiana Beach. Very fast, it whips you around. I do recommend that you hold on to the edges. That'll help you out the most. If you hold on to the edges, you can kind of anticipate when the turns are going. Actually, I even recommend leaning into the turns a little bit, because otherwise you can almost like bruise your side. So it's definitely nice when you can just lean away from that side that's gonna hit, and it's definitely good. I'm gonna go get some water right now. Well, that's the first time I've had a bartender do that. He made me a shot, and that was really fun. A green tea shot. Very good. I really liked it a lot.
So I like to ask my bartender just to make their favorite drink, however they want to look at that. Whatever their favorite drink is. He said my favorite drink to make. I said sure, that's fine. So he made me a green tea shot, and it was delicious. It was fun. Yeah, it made it like just memorable. It's something different than what I usually have. So I love that. And now we're gonna move on to our next ride. We've got a couple of them right here, and I think the next one that we're going to hit is the Cornball Express. Aptly named. This is a little bit longer of a wait than I've usually seen, but it still should only be maybe one train at a time. Now the nice thing with the Cornball Express is that it is a full train that you ride, so you can fit quite a few people on it. But there is still only one train that runs all together. So you have to wait for it to come all the way around and then you load again. So, I mean, it's fun, but it does take a while. I am here on the landing and it has been about 10 minutes. I got in line at 4:17 and it is 4:26 right now. You can feel the entire landing shake when you're standing up here and the roller coasters go by. It's kind of disconcerting, but you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. There are places for your things or even for your drinks here. All right, that ride is a great ride. It does toss you around an awful lot. And I have seen a couple kids really, really hate it. So one of them was a good friend of my daughter's, and he was not a fan. But it is short, it is merciful. So if it's one that you don't like to, it's a good, like, baby's first intense coaster. So overall, that was a 12-minute wait for the Cornball Express. And now we are off to the Hoosier Hurricane. Got in line for the Hoosier Hurricane at 4:40. It is now 4:47, so this will be about a 10-minute line after this coaster goes, this current coaster, and then I get on the line. So it'll be right about 10 minutes. These lines have been going super fast. It is 4:50 and it's time to go. Well, that was definitely fun. The Hoosier Hurricane is a great ride. It's very fast. It definitely jostles you around. Like every one of these rides jostles you around. I keep trying to take out my phone for parts of it, and it's just like, you can't hold it for the whole time. Next is off to, I think it's called Steel Hawg. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember right now. I have not ridden this ride in probably 2 years, because usually I come with my daughter and she's not able to ride it. But it does look like possibly, no, I think I see some, yeah, they're riding it. So we're on our way to Steel Hawg. This ride runs trains constantly. As soon as one takes off, then another loads right away and they take off as soon as it's safe to go. It is a very quick loading ride. And so I'm not too upset about this long line right here. It is 5:03 right now, so we are going to see how long this line actually takes. Once again, you can see that it is a very hot day right behind me here. Right behind me, you can see the new inversion for the new roller coasters that is being built here at Indiana Beach. But at this point, we have finished every roller coaster here at Indiana Beach for today. Now, we are going to start riding other things to see how much we can complete in one day without even being here for the entire day. So let's get going. First things first, we're gonna be hitting this red and blue monster right here. I think it's called the Matterhorn. I don't remember right now. I think that's it. F in the chat for that girl who
clearly doesn't want to touch the boy who she's with.
Steel Hawg was about a half-hour wait overall, so that's been the longest wait yet today. Still, it's not been, I mean, it's not that bad. I can live with it. Now I am on the Himalayan, I think, and we're ready to go.
Looks like Falling Star is closed for the moment.
However, the Himalayan is definitely a good time. It does kind of tweak my neck a little bit. Next, we have the water ride coming right here. It's splashing me right now. We are going to ride Rockies Rapids Log Flume. This does have a bigger line than I'm used to seeing for the log flume. So let's see how long it takes. I got in line at 5:53. Let's see how long this wait time ends up being. The line has gotten very long, definitely, at this point. So actually I'd say we actually got in at a pretty decent time. You can leave your bags on the side of this ride, so if you have some extra bags that need to be put away, you can put them here on this ride. It has been about 32 minutes and I am right about to get on to the log flume here at Indiana Beach. So let's go. And we're off at officially 37 minutes, which makes this the longest ride wait that we've had today, which is kind of surprising to me. One quick tip for this ride: move yourself all the way to the front of it so that your feet touch the front. Do not sit back. It can be tempting to sit back and just kind of relax and rest your back against the backrest. But if you do that, then when you actually go down the flume, you're going to just like scoot forward really, really fast right into this thing. So you don't want to do that, especially if you have kids. You don't want them to have to do that. So instead, move yourself all the way forward, make sure your feet are hitting it, and you'll still probably move forward a little bit by the end of it. So, but I'm super excited. Let's go. Now here's the problem. You're gonna go up this hill and you're gonna do this. So once it levels up, move forward really, really fast. All right, right now. What a great ride. It's sweet, it's simple, but it's oh so much fun. And now it's time for some dinner. And of course, where else would I go except for Earl's Pizzeria? Because I don't have an original bone in my body.
I've got some pizza, I've got some garlic butter. I'm set for a good meal. Plus, I am also charging my phone right now. Now, one thing I do notice,
Guest number 36.
the consistency of this pizza is all over the place. Yesterday they were offering personal pan pizzas. Today they're offering slices. Prices have been the same, but the ingredients are different. Like every time, the breadsticks a couple days ago, I didn't come yesterday, but the last time I came, were white bread, more garlicky, so they were good. But they were very different in consistency from the breadsticks that I had the first time I came. It might have to do with them kind of playing around with prices and trying to find what works the best right now, especially after COVID, and also with the amount of employees they have and maybe needing to pay employees more, things like that. But there's definitely been some differences that I've noticed from Earl's Pizzeria. It doesn't mean I don't like it. I definitely like it. It's just there's been a lot of stuff that's changed, and pretty frequently too. So keep that in mind if you do choose to come here.
Right now in Earl's Pizzeria, there's actually a lot of weird stuff happening. Right over my table, it was dripping. I kept having drops of water fall down. And then right over the main serving area, there's obviously dripping that's happening there also. All right, right now, we are off to get another drink.
This bar is seriously the most underrated part of the park here. Like, there's nobody here. And the other bar was just packed with people. Of course, it's right there on the beach. Of course, there's probably more people there, but it's way worthwhile just to come here instead. Strawberry, raspberry, blue lemonade? No, strawberry lemonade, blue raspberry. Okay, I got it wrong. It's good.
I can taste it. There's like a zing to it, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, I really like this drink. It is very refreshing on a very hot day, and that's really nice. So right now, we're gonna hit something with a decently long line, possibly the pirate ride, just to get us in a decent line, and then we'll go continue everywhere else.
Den of Lost Thieves, here we come.
I'm getting in this line at 7-Eleven, and let's see how this goes. It has been 25 minutes since we've been in line, and I'm right up here at the very front of the line, ready to get on to my boat vehicle. Let's call it that.
All right, 270 points. This area is just a little bit tricky.
Well, I'm stuck. And that next ride is the Carousel. Now, it is 7:45. We actually have 3 hours and 15 minutes for us for the rest of the day to ride as much as I possibly can. All the big lines are completely done. We're just gonna be in some very, very short lines. So, let's go.
Now you will see these signs right here. Operators are rotating among rides. Operators will leave their spot in one ride to go to another one that already has a line. So you can get in line for any of these rides, but any of the rides are then going to have a rotating person working on them.
I just suggest going from one ride to the next. Wherever you see an operator, just hang out here with your kids for 2 hours, and during those 2 hours, every ride will at some point be manned by a person, and then your kids can ride them, and on some of them, you may be able to ride them with them, just like with the Carousel. If you haven't yet, please press that subscribe button, or you can also like this video. I'd love it if you do that. I am super excited about how much growth this channel has had in the last couple of months, and if you want to come and join, we would love it if you would join this theme park loving family. So come on, let's hang out. They are starting the concerts for tonight. I might very likely end up over here because that was part of what I wanted to do tonight. All right, I came all the way down to the end, but there really just isn't a whole lot that I want to ride. I'm ready to watch a little bit of the band. They're having like an 80s hair band night tonight, so I'm kind of into that.
Well, they are done. They're packing up, but I hear tell of another band that's happening downstairs. I don't know how this happens or what we do, but I'm gonna go on the search for it. So let's see what we can find. Okay. This looks promising. I didn't even know this existed. So let's see what we find. Okay, I thought maybe you had to pay, but I don't think you do. You just have to get a wristband that I already have to be able to drink. All right. It's looking like it might rain. We've definitely got the arena rock ready to go. This reminds me of old church camp. Alright, the lights just went out. Oh, and it's starting to rain.
I just got a lightning proximity alert, so we might be in for a really fun night here. But that's okay. The concert is starting right now, so I'm excited to watch this. This should be fun. It's a different kind of experience, and it's free with your ticket. So really, I don't even know that you need a ticket because it's not part of the main, like it's just part of the resort. It's not part of the main area. All right, let's go.
What do you mean I'm not Black Sabbath anymore? Now, shall we? Monticello! We love you!
All right, I know it did rain. I'm not sure if there's anything really open right now. I have done permanent damage to my hearing, I'm sure. But now is a good time for me to ride just a couple more rides. So I know it is past 8 o'clock right now, but I'm gonna do the Dodgem bumper cars.
Keep your arms and legs inside at all times. Now, enjoy your ride.
Oh man. All right, well that was one more attraction down. I'm on my way down the boardwalk to see if anything else is open. I think the bumper cars were open only because it has rained and there was lightning in the area and all that kind of stuff. So I have a feeling that's why it was open, because it was planned to be closed at 9 o'clock. And many of the rides are closed right now due to weather conditions, but Den of Lost Thieves is not. So if I don't see anything else, I might just go for that in a little bit here.
This is completely flooded. The Sea Warrior.
Well, we got into the concert at just the perfect time, actually, because right at that time, it was like 20 minutes and then it started raining really, really hard. Guess I could have gotten in an extra ride, but I don't know that I care to.
I don't think they're running the antique cars. I don't see anyone there.
I do see the flying bobs.
open though. But unlike earlier, we have no line for the flying bombs. So that's what I'm gonna hit right now.
Do me a favor, guys. Go visit my friend over there.
Oh, that was ridiculous. People are getting on the swings, but I won't be one of them.
Okay, so apparently there are only fireworks on Wednesdays now, not on the weekends, which is a little bit surprising to me, but they do have the concert tonight, and I think they have the concert, I think they have a concert every Friday and Saturday. So we'll see if I ride maybe one or two more things, maybe. I don't know how much I feel like making myself sick before I leave. Might as well just hit the Tilt-a-whirl on the way. I am here on the Tilt-a-whirl. We're ready to go. Oh no! I don't like this.
One last spin on the pirate ride.
Let's see if I can beat my earlier score. Well, that sucks.
All right. I think it's time to head home.
Well, it is 10:54 and it is time for me to leave the park. I am hot and sweaty, especially after that last ride, but it's a nice, cool night. I get to enjoy the view of the boardwalk right now on my way out, and then of the bridge on the way out past that. So it's been a great day here at Indiana Beach. I did successfully ride every roller coaster here, and not with that much of a difficulty either. And I was able to ride probably 5 or 6 other things after that, which is really fun. I really enjoy being able to just spend time here, and I'm loving the night views here also. We got to do the bumper cars, we got to do the flying bobs, we got to do the Matterhorn, we got to see a concert, we got a couple of great meals, a couple of very good drinks, and a shot, which I usually don't do, but that was fun. Although, I mean, it wasn't like one where you feel it right away or anything. I didn't feel it at all. It just tasted good, which is good. And then I was able to ride the pirate ride, the log flume. we had a good night tonight. So I'm definitely glad to have been here. Oh, the carousel also. I'm definitely glad to have been here. I'm also very glad to leave because tomorrow morning I wake up at 7 o'clock to meet some friends at 7:15 to go to Cedar Point. So watch out for that video coming soon. I hope you guys had a great night, and let's go. Well, that was fun to see just on my way out.